Alright, so I'm going to be using this little window frame thing I got from Target in the dollar section, and this Rust-Oleum Mirror Effect spray paint I got from Home Depot. It says it transforms glass into a mirror, but I wanted to try it on these little windows. Now this is plexiglass, I do believe. It's not glass. So I'm going to try it out and let you guys know how it works. So here's like the first coat, and I let it dry, and I'm going to flip it over so you guys can see. This is just the first coat. It dried within a minute. You can still see through it, but it is pretty reflective, so that's good. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with the second coat. This little section here needs to dry still, so I'm just going to wait just another minute or so. I want to make sure this is pretty dry. So now I'm going back in with the second coat. And again, I let that dry for a minute. So you want to do up to 5 coats and let it dry each time you do a coat. So this is the second coat. Pretty impressive. That's just the back of it. Now again, you're supposed to spray the back of what you're doing. And that is pretty reflective on the front. That's just 2 coats. You can see my phone. My goodness. So, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera, and we're going to do the 3rd, 4th, and 5th coat. Now, after the 5th coat has dried, it did say to go in with a clear coat, and you want to do 2 coats of this, again, allowing each coat to dry in between. I do not recommend the clear. Now the clear is supposed to help seal this in, so if you scratch the back, it's not going to have a scratch on the front of it, because it will scratch the paint off, and it will no longer be a little mirror. I don't recommend it, so I have one here with the clear coat and one without, and you can already tell this one right here is with the clear coat. It left these weird little spots all over it, and it's not as reflective anymore. So I was kind of bummed. So again, I don't recommend the clear coat. Just be careful when you are displaying your pieces. This one is without the clear coat, so it's very reflective. But if I were to scratch the back of it, it would ruin this. You just have to be pretty careful, I guess, so don't scratch this side. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this, and let me know if you try it out. Pretty cool hack. They look so much better than what they originally offered, so I like these. Alright, so I had picked up one of these dollar trees in the dollar spot, and it was just too fluffy, so I gave it a trim, and this is how it turned out. I went ahead and just did the other one off camera, but yeah, I like my trimmed version a lot better. Another like simple hack from Target. Pick up one of these trees. I think this one was $3. And I have already sprayed it a little bit here with some of this snow, this fake snow. I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time to show you guys how you can actually get it pretty white. I'm using this from Hobby Lobby. It's the Santa Naive snow. They do have other actual flocking in a can that you can use. My Hobby Lobby didn't have it, so I'm just going to start from the top and just like kind of spritz it like this. And I'm just trying to get it on the branches, really. And I'm doing this in my bathtub, that way the mess is kind of just goes right down the drain. Like, this is supposed to look like the snow fell on it. But when you pick it up and look at it, it's still kind of green. So I try and get some of the snow, like, up under there as well. But that's just personal preference. So you'll have to hold it upside down and spray it. And as you can see, the tree looks fully flocked when you spray it underneath as well. It looks so much better. Especially when you display it in your home, you can actually see any which way you display it, it's going to look beautiful with lots of snow on the tree. This stuff does wipe off, so you have to be careful. I let it dry for a couple days. You really shouldn't be spraying it like super thick like I did, unless you're getting actual flocking spray and read the directions, obviously. But this stuff wipes right off, so in case I change my mind and don't want the white anymore, I can actually just wipe it right off, which is really nice. You just use a damp cloth and it just goes away. So it doesn't like dry permanently on there. So I just think it's fun though, but you have to let it dry a little bit before displaying it because then you'll get the stuff everywhere. That's why on the bottle, on the can, it doesn't really recommend doing this, like a fully flock, because it won't dry. If you do a quick spritz, how I had before, it'll dry, but it starts to flake off. If it doesn't dry, it's like this creamy texture that will touch all over your other home decor. So I recommend letting it sit and dry for like a couple days before touching it. Alright, I'm going to be moving on to the next hack. So I got this wreath and I just thought it was beautiful. I wanted to go ahead and put it with this piece from Hobby Lobby. I actually got this on sale, so it wasn't $8. But you could use anything, any type of wood frame like this. But then I ended up deciding I don't want this because it's a bit too fall-like, not Christmassy. So I ended up switching to this board here, which I actually got at Target for $3, I think. Yeah, $3. And it's white and gray. It gives really good Christmas, neutral feel. And I put this wreath with it. So I cut the tag off, as well as the ribbon. I just thought the buffalo check thing was super fall, not very Christmassy. Anyways, that's a personal preference. Then I went ahead and fluffed up my wreath how I wanted it. Once I was happy with how it looked, I went ahead and took one of these ornaments from Walmart. It came in a 6-pack. It's just this little cross. I thought the little wood color would just go perfect with this piece. And in case I changed my mind, I didn't want this permanent, I just took the little twine and wrapped it around one of the little stick or leaves, whatever. And then I kind of adjusted it how I wanted it, and I just added a layer of hot glue on just the top section of the wreath. And that way it'd be pretty easy to take this apart in case I wanted to do something different with it. And then you can jazz this up however you want, but I like the really clean, neutral look. I think it's really pretty. This is how it turned out, and I love it, especially for Christmas.